What's up everyone, this is FP6 bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Hisui Cup, and as promised, here is part 2 of my battles where I was able to reach top 50 in the world with this awesome team of Close Combat Lucario and Hyper Beam Bibarel. If you want kind of a more in-depth explanation of the team, make sure to check out the first video of this series. I'll leave the link down in the description, but let's jump right into these battles. Again, I was able to climb up to 29, which at the point of time of recording this video was top 50 in the world. So really nice climb with this team. We are up against a Shadow Sand Attack Gliscor in the lead. Definitely an awkward Pokemon to deal with. There is a case to be made. I should have baited there, but they do end up shielding the Water Pulse. This thing is kind of a core breaker for my team. I no shield that first move. They did not go for Earthquake. And at this point in time, they actually reveal that they are running Aerial Ace and Night Slash. Out comes a Bullet Punch Lucario. Surf is not enough to one-shot, but we're able to reach another Surf here. They actually CMP tie us on a Power-Up Punch. And they might have even no-bubbled that because it does not knock us out. They probably want more farm. But they're just totally sacrificing their Lucario. And now this Gliscor is going to be really awkward to deal with. I have no idea what they could have in the back line, so I just bring out my Gastrodon to absorb some of this energy. And I'm just trying to reach a Body Slam here, but my opponent is not allowing me to do that. They throw another Night Slash, and I bring out my Lucario. I'm hoping that I can farm them down and then potentially one-shot something in the back with Close Combat. But they swap at a perfect time, and they got my health low enough to where Surf is going to be able to knock me out. So even though Lucario did have play against Bibarel in the back, they managed their energy incredibly well. And I'm not really sure if there's anything I could have done differently, potentially baiting in that lead matchup, or just instant swapping to Bibarel would have been a better play there. Really well played by my opponent. This is the dream lead. This is the dream swap. We always make this play here. Now, there is a case to be made. You could try to no-shield a potential Rock Tomb here, and then you don't have to go down in shields. I am not brave enough to make that call. I just play this a lot safer here, because if they bring in the Lucario, I do have a Close Combat stored, and I'm very healthy here. They bring out Lucario. It is a Bullet Punch Lucario. I go straight for the Close Combat, and they do end up shielding that, which is really unfortunate for me. Not able to get to another move here, but I can safely bring out Gastrodon. In the back is their own Gastrodon. Now, let's see if they are going to call that I have Hyper Beam or not. They're going straight for Body Slam, which means they're probably on Water Pulse. I go straight for the Hyper Beam here and see what they want to do. I cannot believe that they shielded this. I for sure thought that their play was to no shield that and farm down with their Lucario, but I'm still able to reach a Surf. But this is going to get very uncomfortable here. They do go for the Water Pulse. I just do not want to get hit by a really strong move from Lucario, so I'm not committing any shields here. I'm going to be able to farm them down. I can reach Water Pulse against their Lucario, and we are still able to take this game, despite them shielding up both of my nukes, which really feels bad, but we're still able to take that there. Good game. Gastrodon into Drapion. What is the fast move? They immediately swap out, so we don't know. And out comes a Hippowdon. Again, the Hippo gave me so many problems in these battles here, especially when it's on the safe swap. They pretty much always go for Scorching Sands on the first move. I'm actually going to bait this time around because most of the time they shield. I do get a shield. Now I can safely go into my Bibarel. And I still have my Lucario for their Drapion. They commit their final shield there. I still have 2 shields. But this Hippo is really going to give me some problems. I will commit 1 shield there. They still do not debuff, which is good. Out comes a Gastrodon. I am not debuffed. I go straight for the Hyper Beam. And you can see the massive damage that Hyper Beam does to Gastrodon there. Really nice. Gonna let this go through and then swap into my Lucario to get a jump start on energy. Out comes the Hippowdon. I have to shield this up. I was not keeping very good track of their energy, but they bait me with Weather Ball. Nice play. I go for Thunder Punch. This is not going to be able to knock them out. But hopefully one more Bullet Punch will. No, they survived that. Is this a Weather Ball or is it a Scorching Sands? It's a Scorching Sands. Incredible energy management by my opponent. You can see the Hippo is just wreaking havoc on my team here. It's an Ice Fang Drapion. I am able to reach this Water Pulse here. My Mud Slaps are hitting for a lot of damage here. And I'm able to farm that down and able to farm down the Hippo. Really well played by my opponent. That Hippowdon, very scary to deal with. Gastrodon Mirror Match. I pretty much always play this the exact same way. I go straight for the Water Pulse. I do lose the CMP tie here, but that's okay. I never want to shield here because as long as I get rid of the Gastrodon, my Lucario is going to be very nice in the back. Worst case scenario is if they have a Force Palm Lucario in the back for some reason, they shield and then they make a catch on Spiritomb. Totally fine by this. They're obviously trying to bait out my Lucario here, but I'm going to be able to have so much energy leaving this matchup. I'm totally fine with this. They do go for Shadow Ball, and now I should be able to farm them all the way down. If they bring out Gastrodon, I have a close combat. And maybe it's an Abomasnow in the back. I go straight for the close combat here. And they do shield it, but I have a second close combat. This is going to be able to knock out the Gastrodon. And in the back is a Togekiss. I immediately go into my Barrel and we can commit to the Hyper Beam to knock out this Togekiss. One Surf would not be enough, but this is where when shields are down, Hyper Beam goes to town and we're able to take that game there. Gastrodon Mirror Match once again. So most likely going to play this out the same exact way here. Commit to the Water Pulse. We lose CMP. You can see my IVs on the screen there. Most of the time I lose CMP in this mirror match. Commit to the Water Pulse. They let that go through. And we lose CMP on this Body Slam. That's totally fine. They commit to the Water Pulse, so they win the lead. But I'm able to get an energy advantage with my Lucario. And this is actually the opponent that was running the exact same team as me, but I did not recognize it in the moment. And I make a fatal error here. So I'm one Bullet Punch ahead. I go for the CMP tie on my next Thunder Punch because I didn't know whether or not I would win the CMP tie. I should have thrown Thunder Punch immediately. But then they would have been able to farm me down anyway, so I was in kind of an awkward scenario here. But now I had to commit my final shield when I could have forced them to commit their final shield first. And at this point in time, I do go for a Thunder Punch. But I was worried that I might get rolled out, farmed down there, and I'm never going to be able to get to a Hyper Beam in time here before they get to 2 Hyper Fangs. So we ran into a mirror team, and my opponent outplayed us. Really well played to them. I needed to just throw the Thunder Punch right when I had it, and that would have guaranteed us the win in this late game because I would have been able to Hyper Beam their Barrel. But well played to them, and we will learn that for next time. Drifblim in the lead. This is again one of the Japanese battlers that leads Drifblim, and then there's a Gastrodon in the back. As always, I do these battles on stream, and so my opponents are able to watch me battle, and sometimes they queue into me. But at this point in time, I know I undercharge the close combat because I've learned from previous games that I want more farm with my Gastrodon here. And this will make it a little bit not as bad when the Drifblim comes in. I do eat a Water Pulse there, that's fine. Get a little bit of lag there. I'm still able to reach this Water Pulse before the Drifblim throws a move, and I need to make a move into my Barrel and see what they want to do. They no shield that, and then they immediately swap to Hisuian Samurott in the back. This is really rough for me. They still have not thrown a move for some reason. I'm going to go for a Surf Bait, and I do get a shield. Obviously, landing a Hyper Beam here would be incredible, but They're also running X Scissor, so they're just way too fast at getting to these moves. This is so bad for me. I'm hard countered all over the place. Gonna throw another Surf here and see what they want to do. They do commit their final shield, and I'm not able to reach this Surf before they reach another X Scissor, which is enough to knock me out, and there is no win con here. They had me hard countered everywhere I went. Good game. Abomasnow in the lead. This is a core breaker, but I'm going to go immediately into my Babarrel, and out comes a Spiritomb. This is not a hard counter to Babarrel. They're already ABA weak to a Lucario in the lead, so very interesting. Which means that whatever they have in the back is going to be a super hard counter to Lucario. So in my head, I'm like, man, if this is a Gastrodon in the back, I am so screwed. But hopefully I can reach 2 Surfs here. They do have to throw their energy, which is really good for me. And I believe I get a jump start on energy with my Lucario. But again, whatever they have in the back, I know is going to be a hard counter to Lucario. Able to farm them down. What do they have in the back? They're waiting their clock. And they have a Hippowdon in the back, but it is a Fire Fang Hippowdon. So I farm up, and then I'm going to throw the Close Combat. Do they know that I have Close Combat? Close Combat lands, and now my Lucario is able to get a lot of damage off on this Abomasnow. I'm just going straight for Thunder Punch because I want any chip damage I can get on this thing. I'm able to reach another Thunder Punch. And then now it's so low that my Gastrodon can hang with this Abomasnow, no problem. I do have to shield this up, but they're barely not at enough energy to get to an energy ball, and we're able to take that game there. Good game, really tough lead. Okay, an Empoleon in the lead. Most likely running Waterfall. Out comes Hisui and Samurott, and this is actually where I want to see the Hisui and Samurott. They are also running X Scissor, and man, this thing is so fast getting to these charge moves, and it hits so hard. Because they no-shield this, I can safely bring out my Babarrel. I do want to guarantee that I maintain alignment in this matchup, so I cannot get too greedy here. I will throw the Surf. Most likely they're going to farm me down with the Empoleon. It is an Empoleon, and they are running Waterfall. I am committing to the Hyper Beam here. Even though this is resisted damage, look at how much this hits for. That is an insane amount of damage on that Empoleon. They do farm me down. If I can sneak a Mud Slap here, hopefully one Mud Slap can delete this Empoleon. Gonna bring out my Gastrodon, and they swap into Abomasnow. This is the dream. They tried to bait out my Lucario, but I saved it in the back, and it ended up winning us the game. Another Hippo on the Safe Swap, and I think at this point in time, again, I'm going to build up to Water Pulse energy, but go for the Body Slam bait. I never want to shield early in this matchup. My whole team can handle Drapion, but having switch advantage still is nice. Okay, I do get a shield there. Scorching Sands will hit for a lot of damage, and they do not bait me. I do get debuffed there, which is not great. Are they going to commit their final shield? Yes, they double shield their Hippo. And do they go for another Scorching Sands? It's just a Weather Ball. But I really just want to get rid of this Hippo because I'm not comfortable with the energy management against this thing quite yet. They bring out Drapion. And I'm building to a lot of energy there. I'm not at a Hyper Beam quite yet, but out comes a Gliscor. Gonna go straight for the Close Combat. Look at how much damage that hits for, even though it's resisted. They're forced to throw energy here. This is still a complex endgame though, because their Drapion is out of Surf range. I am able to reach the Body Slam here, and then the Mud Slap damage is going to be really nice against this Drapion. They're forced to throw energy. I'm one rollout away from Hyper Beam. They knock me out with Aqua Tail, and I'm able to reach the Hyper Beam and destroy this Drapion with massive damage. Good game. battle's up against Dr. Hammer, another person that I battle almost every single day within my elo range. Togekiss lead is terrible, and out comes a water gun Barrel. This is totally fine, although if they double shield, they will maintain switch advantage here, but then hopefully my Barrel can go to town against whatever they have in the back. Really nice move timing from my opponent here, not allowing me to sneak any fast moves. Gonna go for another Thunder Punch here. And I do get both shields, but now I have a very healthy Barrel I have to deal with. I do not know what's in the back. But I'm going to bring out my Gastrodon actually to absorb this energy and just hope that my Barrel is going to be my ticket to victory here. They allow me to get off this body slam though. Totally fine by me. And out comes a Spiritomb. I need to land 2 Surfs to knock this thing out. And then I should be able to land a Surf on their Togekiss. I will be debuffed though, which is not great. Great timing by them. I have to shield this up, but I also need to stay healthy enough to where I won't get charmed down. So I'm gonna throw right there. I don't want to eat any more Sucker Punch damage. I really need to reach a Surf to get any chip damage I can get, and I'm just able to reach a Surf. Now I just need to reach a Body Slam with my Gastrodon, and I can take out this Togekiss no problem. And we're able to get there and take that game despite encountering a really tough lead there. Another Abomasnow in the lead. This is a nightmare. So I'm going to swap into Barrel, and what do you know? A Force Palm Lucario comes out. This is so bad. Super hard countered here. And they end up shielding, so they can fully farm me down. My opponent made some incredible plays here. Like, they had me hard countered every single way I went, and they also were just incredibly fast to their response times here. So at this point I have to hope that my Lucario can sweep whatever they have in the back, but they immediately swap into Gastrodon as if they knew my team there. Good game. Gastrodon mirror match in the lead. And once again we are going to go for the Water Pulse. Looks like we do win the CMP tie here, or they lagged a turn in the beginning. It was a CMP and they ended up shielding. Regardless of what they do here, I'm totally fine with this. I actually like when I get a shield advantage because I'm able to reach this Body Slam, which is huge. It puts them in a more manageable farm down range. Now at this point in time, I'm hoping that I can shield once with my Lucario and farm them down, because once Gastrodon is out of the picture, Lucario is looking pretty nice against most people's backlines. They allow me to farm them down. What are they going to bring in? It is their own Lucario running Bullet Punch. I go straight for the close combat. And boom, see you later. In the back is a Shadow Dialga? What in the world? Did anyone expect that a Shadow Dialga would be back there? Definitely not me. So I'm hoping I can reach 2 Surfs here, and then Dialga is never going to be able to make 2 moves here. It just doesn't have a cheap bait move. And so I can Bullet Punch down this Dialga and win this game. Crazy team, but we're able to take that, and that took me to a rating of 29-29, top 50 in the world. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Best of luck with your battles, and I will see you in the next video.